computer, it is a fundamentally different form of computing, and it is based upon quantum mechanics principles and the physics that was actually discovered 100 years, 150 years back. But the computers that we have now, your laptop, your phone, the physics that behind that was invented 500 years back, like Newton and others, starting from their area, the physics was discovered a long time back. And that's where quantum computing is going to revolutionize businesses in coming 5 to 10 years. It is fundamentally a different form of computing. And my first slide will be like, why should you start a career in quantum computing, or why should you even consider a career in quantum computing? One thing that I always tell to people is that it is highly interdisciplinary. You won't ever find a interdisciplinary field like this, emerging field like this, uh, with physics in it, maths in it, computer science in it, and a bit of chemistry in it, finance in it. So a lot of different aspects coming together to to build this kind of computing as a field. So one thing it is so enriching and it is so challenging each and every day to do anything in quantum computing space. That is my first go-to answer. Like, why should we consider a career in quantum computing? And come to the challenge, right? There is a huge uh, bottleneck of quality hires, quality employees for jobs in quantum computing. So a recent study shows that for every 3 jobs posted, only 2 eligible talents are out there in the whole world. So there is a bottleneck of jobs. That means you also have a chance. There's a huge chance for anybody to actually come and fill that gap. And next huge part is that uh, so talent or skill set required to get into quantum computing, and the number of people who has that talent or skill set, India ranks second. First is European Union, India ranks second. So Indians has that skill set that it's required to get into quantum computing. So there is a huge talent pool out there, and there's a job crunch. And also, the jobs are rising by 20 to 30% each and every day. Why I'm saying that is there were only 200 startups 5 years back, and now it is around 300, 400 startups all over the globe. So it is rapidly pushing. There are rapid innovations happening, and which fuels institutions coming up. That is startups, government institutions, uh, big corporate companies, and others, and other academic institutions. So there are a lot of people who really want to get into quantum computing, and they are actually opening a lot of jobs. And one of the no-brainer is that people are actually scared that their jobs are getting to not exist in coming year, like 2 3 years, because of AI, right? So that is a concern that all of us has, except people who works in quantum computing, because AIs are very terrible. Like, we have tried all the AIs out there. There is no way AI will be catching up with a real quantum computing programmer in, let's say, 10 years. That's for sure. That's granted. So these are a few reasons that why I personally believe anybody should consider a career in quantum computing. And going forward, how to start a career is very simple. 3 steps that every career in any other field will have. So first is education. Of course, you need to be educated on that field. Second is internships. You need to have some initial experience on that field, and next is job hunt. So this is very simple 3-step format that every other field has, but with a twist of quantum computing. So I'll uh, I'll be very honest here. I'm not about, you can't see me as a too expert here. Whatever I've shared here is from my experience. So there'll be so many things that I don't know. So maybe any other here it can fill it, and it'll be great to have a conversation. So starting with education. So education is of course the first part for things to get into quantum computing, and there are two ways to get that. First is you do a PG course, a UG course, or a PhD. That's the academic route. That's a simple academic route where any of us will do to get a quantum computing job, or any other job, right? A software job. So there are very few UG courses in India, like very few. One is Bennett University. They have a specialization in quantum computing for the UG in BTech. Then SRM, VIT, and MIT, and other IITs and other colleges has courses, one or two courses on quantum computing, 2 credit courses, 3 credit courses on quantum computing. That is the UG level exposure of quantum computing. But once we come to PG, postgraduate level, the system changes. There are few quantum technology masters in India. One is in DIAT, that is at Pune, Defense Institute of Advanced Technology, Pune. And one important factor you need to understand there is that DIAT has 100% placement for the last two batches. That is actually really good considering that AI quantum computing is very nascent. But also a thing to consider is that the last two batches was only of 10, 12 members. That was a cohort size. Right now they have an intake of around 13 members. So I'm looking forward to the placement statistics of this year. So that's a great opportunity. DIIT, I think the admissions are very close now. They take through Gate, Net, and other Gate, I guess, and also they have their own exam. So DIT is one great institute to be in. The focus will be much more on defense allied technology like quantum communication, quantum cryptography, and others because it's a defense institute. And then there is IISc. IISc has an MTech in quantum technology. It's a 2-year course, and there is one statistic that I found which was kind of concerning. So initially there was 200 members in the batch, the first batch, and the second batch it was around 100. So it got halved, it reduced significantly. So, and what I've heard is that most of the people get regular software jobs from IIC. Very few people get into quantum jobs, but in DIT, all of them get into quantum jobs. And then we have IIT Madras, which has a quantum computing masters, but only for IIT Madras students. Then we have IAST. They recently started an MTech in quantum technology, like last year. 11 students, I guess, 10, 12 students, but I don't know much about them. And then we have ISOs, IITs, the regular IITs, regular ISOs, ISO, my alma mater, ISO Pune, other ISOs like this. So what happens there is that they're naturally driven to do science education. ISO Pune, ISO Mohali, and everybody. So there we'll have a lot of potential, a lot of courses in quantum computing, quantum allied courses like quantum information. They don't have quantum computing till the last year, but quantum information is there. Then advanced quantum mechanics courses are there. And also you get to work with a lot of professors in that area. So ISS is also a great place to be. IITs also. TFR also has a great quantum masters in physics where you can actually specialize in quantum computing. So this is a UG PG way. If you are not a student anymore, you don't plan to go to MTech, there are still a lot of online courses, online content that's available out there. So I'll start with I'll only list few here. There are actually tons. Okay, lot of content out there, free online content. One is IBM Quantum Experience, well known for its vast amount of content. interactive visuals, and a lot of content which covers from beginner to advanced level. So you can search for IPM Qiskit textbook, and you'll find that beautiful online textbook. Then we have IQM Academy. They recently released, IQM is a quantum computing startup. They recently released their learning management platform, IQM Academy. Then there is Cubes Visual. This is also online interactive textbook where you can actually play around with qubits. You can text your own program at the same time. So there are a lot of free content. I've posted about that in LinkedIn. You can check it out. You can go through my LinkedIn post and you get a lot of other free online content. And the problem with this free online content is that it is not organized. Uh, there is a lot of information, but it's not organized, and also you lack the hands-on approach. You lack, doing programs your own and getting that knowledge outside of it. So that's where a paid certification will come into help. But currently in India, we have, from what I've seen, is we have few companies offering. QPay is one, so and IIT Delhi has one. But the problem with them are they're pretty expensive. QPay's one is around 30,000, 40,000. IT Delhi's is around 1 lakh. Then there is a Linux course at few Linux courses, it's around 14,000. And that's where we are actually introducing Qkrishi Learn. We'll be releasing that soon. So it's kind of an initial announcement. We haven't released it. So you can search for QrishiLearn.com and you'll find our website. So we have provided courses, and the course is around 2000, maximum 2000. And it is an advanced course with projects, with also uh, guidance, doubt clearing session. So if you're interested, you can check it out, or any other information out there. So it's clear that there is free online content. If you can organize it, then that's enough. But if you really want that hands-on approach, you should definitely check out any of this paid certification course from QPA, Linux courses, Qkrishi Learn or IIT Delhi, and find out which is the best for you. So this more or less sums up education part of it. Uh, the main part of getting educated here is to understand something. I'll divide this to two parts. So people who are from physics background, they can definitely come to maths background. So like a theoretical science background. Then we have people from computer science background. So people from computer science background, what they should do is to understand the physics behind how we can build a quantum circuit. How we can build a quantum circuit. So qubits are there, qubit gates is there. You put them up, you put measurements, you build a quantum circuit. Simple as that. Because all the complex algorithms are just quantum circuits. If you're able to figure out how to build a quantum circuit, as a computer science person, you can easily build upon any quantum algorithm in the currently available. For a person from physics background, he actually will understand how everything works, right? He will like understand how qubit works, how quantum circuits work, and stuff like that. So for him, it will be easy to understand the physics, and it will be easy to replicate that in Qiskit or any other SDK. So for a physics background person, I recommend for him to learn Python. So for Python, you should learn how to do scientific computing in Python, and that is enough. Because any other physics idea that you have, you'll find online resources for how to convert that physics equation into the Python code and run it on a quantum computer. And right now, I'll also try to introduce the software technology, software development kits available for you to code on quantum softwares. So there is Qiskit, which is the most famous one. Then we have Pennyline, second famous one, second most popular. Then we have Amazon Bracket, like QHash from Microsoft. Then Qket from Quantinium. There are a lot of them, actually 10 plus. So I've also written about that in my LinkedIn. So we usually use Qiskit, and most of them are actually compatible with Qiskit. So I think Qiskit should be the go-to strategy to build something on quantum computing to educate yourself. So there is theory part, there is coding part, and most of the courses that I've mentioned here covers both of it. So I think this is more or less for education training. If any of you have any doubts here, you can maybe open up for like 5 to 3 minutes, and then I'll go forward. Should I move forward, or should I wait for questions?
There
Okay,
is one
maybe we can.
question, SreeKuttan.
Uh-huh.
The cubes visual, the cubes visual.
Cubes, yeah, yeah. So definitely, you can check my uh, LinkedIn post. There is link for that, or maybe we can discuss in QA session. For me to find the, it's by
Oh,
Cubrate actually.
okay.
Cubrate cubes visual.
Yeah, you can paste it in the chat window.
Yeah.
And there is Vivek asked one question. What are the two parts? Did not hear you.
What are the?
Two parts. Vivek, can you unmute and then ask the
Yeah.
question?
Yeah, you just now mentioned there will be two parts. One is building the quantum circuit, I thought, and the other one I couldn't hear you.
So yeah. So what I mentioned by two parts is uh, one is understanding the science behind it, the theory behind it, and next is coding part, physics and then coding. So that are the two parts that I was saying.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. So I'll definitely share the link. That won't be a problem. So now it's internship. So once you have understood, once you have enough knowledge on quantum computing, so I'll repeat again, for a software developer, you just need to understand how to develop a quantum computing, so a quantum circuit. For this person, you need to also do a quantum circuit in Qiskit or any other thing, so that you can build any other quantum algorithm. So it's as simple as that. And doing internships. So by now you'd have idea about how to build a quantum algorithm, quantum circuit. So the famous quantum circuit, you all know that entanglement circuit, right? You get the Bill state, but that's not enough, right? That's not enough for you to move further and actually deploy this in real world use cases. And that's where either you can do a self project, or you can do a industry internship, or you can do a academic research project. There are three ways to actually get into the depth of quantum computing. So I'll give you slight uh, landscape of these algorithms out there. So we have so most of this quantum contents, they'll introduce you to the uh, at max growers, or shores or growers. Some might even go to show. Yeah, growers is the max. Then we have BZ, BJ actually. Yeah, Douche Josa, BZ. Is it Bernstein? The Bernstein algorithm, Douche Josa, growers, and Shore. So these are like toy problems. These are the problems. These are the algorithms that, of course, Shore is not a toy problem. Dushosa, Groves is also known. Dushosa and Bunsen are toy problems where there is no direct implication as of now. So these are not the quantum algorithms that we regularly use for research and product development. And that's where you need this project to actually go deeper. So I'll try to explain. There are three set of main places where you can apply a quantum computing algorithm. So one is something called optimization problem. So there are algorithms for optimization. So they're called quantum optimization, quantum optimization algorithms. So quantum optimization algorithms are, for example, VQE, variational quantum eigensolver, QAOA, quantum approximate optimization algorithm. These are the two mainly used, and then we have Grover's also, Grover's search algorithm also. So these are the three mostly used optimization algorithms. And then we have what you call machine learning. So in machine learning, there are quantum algorithms called QoSVM, quantum support vector machine learning. Then we have QKT. It's another version of quantum support vector machine. It's called quantum kernel training. Then we have QNN, quantum neural networks, and then we have quantum quantum random forest, and different versions of them. So these are quantum machine learning algorithms. And then we come to simulation chemistry aspect. So in simulation chemistry aspect, you'll have VQE, that's a predominant one, again VQ and QAA, because most of the chemistry problems are also optimization in some sense. So these are the main algorithms that is required. You need to be very much at least knowledgeable about all of these algorithms to do something useful with a quantum computer. And that is something that you won't be able to learn from courses. That is something you need to actually do it yourself and figure it out. So there are two ways, right? There are three ways. One is self-project. Um, I'll I don't know how much I'll suggest this, but it is good if you are confident, because if you are a beginner, you will have a difficult time to actually find a problem statement, find techniques and other things. But if you're confident, definitely go try it. The next thing is industry. So there are, especially this is a sub. So there are industry, especially this is summertime, right? So most of the startups, most of the corporate companies, I'll explain, I'll name them in the coming slides. So there are opportunities in industry, and this will mostly be on application use cases, right? So it will be like take this algorithm, take QoSPM and apply this on fraud detection. So that will be the kind of experience that will gain in industry. For example, at Qkrishi, we are trying to see how we can take quantum random forest and use it for fraud detection. So this is sort of experiments that we do, and we try to refine them, and also uh, we try to ensure that this actually works on the quantum computer, right? Because running it on actual quantum computer itself is a task. We need to take care of a lot of things. Quantum error correction also comes there. So quantum error correction is a technique where we try to correct the errors that a quantum hardware will produce. So recent paper announced by IBM. It's a beautiful paper. You should definitely try it out. Read that out. Maybe Kati, I think you have the paper. Right? Can you share that with the recent IBM paper? If you have, please share it. I'll share it later. It's a beautiful paper. They have talked about
Which SreeKuttan?
the quantum utility paper, the recent IBM paper. It was everywhere
I
in
have to check it. We'll
okay,
share
I'll
later.
yeah.
What is that IBM?
Quantum utility. I'll share it.
Yeah, give me the title in the chat window. I will search and then share the link. Yeah, okay, Madhuri. I will give the list here in the chat window. You continue, SreeKuttan. During the Q&A session, we can answer.
Yeah, definitely. So I've put it in the chat. I've put it in the chat, the paper. So quantum error correction also comes in because it is essential to make sure that your answer, that result that it comes out, is error corrected. So industry jobs, industry internships are there. Then we have academic projects, academic research projects. So it is more easily doable because there are a lot of research organization, institutions, and a lot of professors who look at quantum computing and quantum computing aspects. So that's also a good way to actually get good understanding. But the get at an academic setup is will be more of a fundamental theoretical approach. So, for example, take this particular. So, for example, it would be uh, trying to develop new quantum algorithms, trying to improve quantum algorithms. It won't be application based. It won't be fundamental based. So, this is the way you will be able to get more in-depth knowledge about quantum computing algorithms and uh, resources that you need to use for building real quantum use cases. And the third and final one is job hunt. So first I'll try to walk you through what are the job positions that are widely available. So I'm only talking about quantum software, you know, quantum software perspective. I'm not going to quantum hardware. That is in another seminar in itself. I'm not an expert, but it is a definitely different ball game. Quantum hardware, it is very different ball game. So coming to computer-based jobs, we have quantum software engineers and we have quantum algorithm developers. Broadly, these are the two research kind of positions available. But there are also seen much, but it is coming to picture lately. I'll also explain that. So I'll start with quantum software engineer. So just like what the name suggests, what it tries to do, what a quantum software engineer tries to do is to build softwares using a quantum computer. So it requires uh, knowledge about quantum computing algorithms, quantum computing SDKs, software development kits like Qiskit and others, and it requires knowledge about software development. So software development mostly they use Mon stack. Flask is essential because Flask is the backend. Mostly we use for Python using with Python Qiskit. And the full stack can be anything, the front end can be anything that it's up to your choice. So this is software engineer. Then we have algorithm developers. Again, there are two type of algorithm developers. So just like you have a person implementing an algorithm on a particular problem statement. So that is quantum application algorithm developer, where you have few algorithms out there. You just need to apply it on a problem statement, which won't be that difficult. You need to tune that parameters, just like another AI problem. And then there are core quantum algorithm developers, where they look into each of the quantum algorithms and try to develop or modify the current algorithm. So for this core quantum algorithm developer, you need strong physics background. Then only you'll be able to uh, tweak the quantum algorithms according to the physics principles, or else you won't be able to make a better algorithm. It'll be just like throwing throwing stones randomly. It won't be hitting anywhere. So you need to have that physical intuition. What if I change this equation to let's say Hamiltonian from hydrogen. Hydrogen is mostly used. Hamiltonian from a transverse Ising spin chain. How will it change? That sort of physical intuition should be really well versed with quantum mechanics, quantum algorithms, quantum mechanics, quantum information, advanced quantum mechanics, so that we can take ideas from each of these core physics things and try to put that in into algorithms. And for a quantum application based algorithm developer, you just need to be comfortable with Python, and rest of the things you can take care of. So you can actually take in an algorithm, and then you can apply on any of the problems. But what I'll say one thing is that it doesn't matter if you're good in physics or not. It doesn't matter if you're good in software engineering or not. So I've seen people who work with me. Uh, I had a, a, I had a great talent working with me who has no idea about content development, who no idea about software development, but have made two MVPs, one MVP for us, one minimum viable product for us. So it's a full software. So, and I have another person who is from software background who have no idea about physics whatsoever, but he's trying to do some quantum algorithm development, like core algorithm development. So, what I see here is that uh, it should not be a barrier for you to come into any of this profession. What I'm trying to put up here is what kind of job or skill set you will be deploying each and every day on each of these uh, you know, job. So that is what I was mentioning. You don't need to be strong in physics to do quantum algorithm. You just need to be curious. So all of these things, these are three main jobs out there. And then we have quantum hardware engineer. Okay, then I'll come to quantum business analyst. So what they do is they should understand how quantum computing works and what it can deliver to businesses. And uh, then they should help businesses to adopt quantum computing, or maybe consult with others to adopt quantum computing. So that is the main job of quantum business analyst. And if you're at the side of sales kind of thing, then there are different sales jobs available. Then there is marketing jobs available, regular jobs available at quantum, any other organization. So with a quantum twist, right? So these are the few core questions and other allied questions available right now. It's very important to check where you fit in and then go forward in that direction. And then the job hunt, right? So if you search for a quantum computing job in LinkedIn, you'll get all sort of jobs ranging from physics tutor to a doctor. So it's better not go on and search for a quantum computing job in LinkedIn because uh, it's not as sensitive guys. LinkedIn is not at there. So, but how will you find jobs, right? That's a huge problem that many of us have. So, first thing, you need to follow all the quantum computing organizations in LinkedIn because that is the first place they will post their jobs. So all of them will post their jobs in LinkedIn. So we regularly post jobs in LinkedIn about whatever jobs we have, and that's where most of our highest comes in. So all of them do. And even if they don't do, uh, so there'll be startups like big quantum computing startups in not in India, outside of India. They also would be posting regularly in quantum startup quantum their LinkedIn pages. So you need to check their website regularly. Yeah, yes, you need to take that hard, painstaking move to get to know their contributing jobs because, um, as you know, it is increasing regularly, but it's not in the range of thousands or lakhs for us to have a lot of jobs out there. Right? So that's why you need to stay up to the looking at every organization's LinkedIn page and also websites of if you're interested, websites of the quantum company startups outside of India because there are well-funded startups who will be continuously recruiting. So you can check out them. But luckily, we have few quantum job boards, uh, which actually collects all these quantum jobs and put it up there. So we have Quantum Insider, Quantum Computing Report, Quantum Grad. So Quantum Insider, which is the most famous quantum news platform, they have a quantum job board. It is good, but it also has doesn't have a lot of jobs. Then even quantum computing report that they have a lot of jobs. Quantum Grad, they have few jobs collected from LinkedIn. Then we have Chicago Quantum Exchange. They have US-based jobs. Quantum Jobs Summit, they're not at their few jobs. Quantiki, they mostly provide PhD positions, few corporate or industry jobs. Then you have QDC again, 100 to 200 jobs. Quantum Delta L jobs, also very few, like 150 jobs. So these are the uh, quantum jobs and places where you can help you out. And here I'll also speak about masters abroad. So this is the way where I've talked about Indian perspective. So there is also a particular place where there's this particular way you can do masters abroad. A few of my students are going to masters in the coming year. So there are masters in quantum technology. Most of the good, around 20 plus private universities over the globe, mostly in US and Canada and Europe, also Germany and others. So if you end up there, then you'll have a much more better perspective, prospective to either get a PhD. I mean, of course, even if you do a PhD, master's in India, you definitely can get a PhD outside anywhere. And also most jobs, because as you know, around there are 300 plus startups in US, just use it quantum computing. So in India, it's around 10. So you can see the stark difference, right? So and also in Europe, the biggest big advantage of being in Europe is that there are so go to one country, you can travel to 40 other countries, and Europe has around 100 to 150 startups in computing in each of these eight or not 100 like around 50 to 100. So they also has this easy movable environment. And what I found is that there's a there's a college called QTech that's in Netherlands, I guess. And most of the people who completed MS, they goes directly into a startup. I forgot the name of the startup, but goes directly into a startup, like 2, 3 people from each other batch. So that's also another method to get into quantum computing career. You can do a master's abroad, you can do a PhD abroad. So that's also a job possibility. So these are the job, quantum job positions and quantum job boards where you can find places. And in the next slide, I'll try to sum up quantum technology ecosystem in India so that you can actually understand where to go and check for these jobs, right? So there are government agencies, 10 to 15 government agencies. CDAC is huge. Because CDAC is hugely into quantum computing. They will be recruiting. So they have been recruiting from DIIT regularly. So you can check their websites, their LinkedIn pages constantly. CDOT, they're also hugely in the quantum. They're looking at quantum communication. CDAC is looking at quantum computing. Then other authorities like the DST, then Telecom Authority, PM of India, they are players, but they won't be actively recruiting as of now. And ISRO, of course, they have collaboration with different institutions in India. So mainly started at CDAC and CDOT. There will be few openings coming shortly. Then we have startups, right? 15 it won't be, but only few of them are actually actively looking at things. So Q Labs, they look at quantum communication, then few quantum computing application with chemistry and finance, mostly quantum communication, quantum memory and stuff. So if you are good with quantum theoretical aspect, if you have a PhD or something, Q Labs will have few openings. So then we have Q Labs, quantum cryptography, end-to-end quantum cryptography. So if you're good at that, you can definitely go and search for their websites and stuff that to look at. So they recently had a summer program, but I think that's closed. Then we have Boston QSI. They look at quantum simulations. For physics simulation using quantum computing, they will also have a few openings, so you can check them out. QPAI, one of my colleague is one of the students is actually working there as an intern. So she's also looking at finance aspects. So they also have applications called computing based. Then they have hardware. So most of it, yeah. Then we Krishi, we're currently looking at quantum for finance, quantum computing for finance. That is our area. So if you are interested in quantum computing, algorithms, quantum computing for finance, or any of that sort, can definitely reach out to me.
SreeKuttan, you are muted. SreeKuttan, your mic is muted. Yeah.
Oh, that is
Now we are hearing. Okay.
wow. I've like gone. Okay, so where did I got mute? Hello.
After you have told
So where
about
did I got?
yeah, after you told about the Boson QSI, then other companies, uh, we lost you. The mic was muted.
Oh, Boston QSI. Okay. So, yeah. So this is the few companies that I know of who are actively recruiting. But of course, please look at all the other quantum computing startups. I've given I've written about them in LinkedIn, so you can go to that post and actually check all of that, all of them. I've given the LinkedIn account and also the LinkedIn, also the websites, for active quantum computing startups. And also I've given hardware startups, so software and hardware startups I've given in my link, so you can check that out to get more idea. Then we have this IT giants, right? So Capgemini, they have a quantum division. Um, I don't know if that's in India, but they do have remote positions available. Emphasis, they have a quantum division. They're actively in touch with Emphasis, so they're keen into quantum, but they lack the quantum knowledge. So Emphasis also there. Infosys, they have a small quantum division. So IBM, of course, there is no question in IBM. So they have a quantum computing research lab in India. Uh, so from what I understood, they are recently hiring for a quantum computing scientist in India. So if you are, you definitely should check that out. Maybe after this, I can share the job posts also if I find it. And Fujitsu, uh, they don't have a quantum computing division in India, but globally they're also big into quantum computing. They have their own simulator. NTT, they have collaboration. NTT is a quantum computing. NTT is a IT giant. It's a cloud storage and other things. So they have a collaboration with few companies in Finland, I guess VTT. I don't remember the exact name. So again, NTT is also great. TCS, they have a quantum computing division. They're also actively doing stuff. They're actively doing stuff. Mahindra actively doing stuff. We can also see if there is any openings. So for all of this, I service providers, right? I think what you can do is to try to find people who are actually doing quantum computing there, and maybe try to bring them for a conversation and see if you have an opportunity. I don't know if they will try to. I don't know if they will recruit people just for quantum computing. Most of them, what they do is they do vertical hiring. No, sorry, horizontal hiring, where they'll take people inside their institution itself and then educate them to quantum computing. That's what they mostly do. So service providers also there. I know a person who have done internship at TCS, but don't remember his name. So all of these service providers also have quantum computer divisions. We can actively look on that. Then we have academia. Academia will have a huge opportunity, but it will be in the shape of research assistants, research associates, PhDs, and others. So if you are in academia and if you really want to do quantum computing, then these are the whole bunch of academy institutions, and most of them has either PhDs or research assistant positions, or you can apply for a post for a research project. So few you know important ones here. IISc, they have around 20 plus people, professors researching on quantum computing. 20 plus, huge. It's huge. IISc Pune, second best in quantum computing as of now. Not because it's my alma mater, but there are around 11 plus scientists working on quantum computing, quantum related aspect, and we have the we have an organization inside ISF Pune called IHub QTF, Quantum Technological Foundation IHub. So they actually foster quantum computing development. So they also usually hires people like in-house researcher and others. So that's why ISER is also a great place to be. And IIT Madras, one of the best quantum computing divisions in India. So they have QIC, that's their quantum computation. That's one of the best. And IIT Delhi is coming up. IIT Trivandrum, they're good. TIIT, they're good. IIT Kolkata, they're good. Then HRI, they are one of the biggest quantum computing groups, the research groups in India under, I forgot the professor's name. I forgot the professor's name. I'm sorry. So um, I'll come. I'll get to that. So then we have other IITs. They're coming, but there will be one or two professors working on them. TAFR, they have a research group called QMAC. So Raghav, I forgot the research project. I forgot the researcher's name also, but QMAC is the research group's name. They're trying to build India's first quantum computer, a superconducting 8-qubit quantum computer. ICER, Bhopal Mohali is also trying to build NMR based quantum computer. ICER Pune, TS Mahesh is building NMR based quantum computer. So these are the quantum computers, and I said Trivandrum Anil. I don't remember the name. I think it's Anil. He's also trying to build quantum computer, superconducting quantum computer. And these are the few people I know about, but of course there will be much more. So this is more or less what I have known from my experience world. So this won't be a complete guide, but this will be more or less a starting point for most of you to actually start exploring quantum computing as a kid. And I wish all the best to all of you out there. And do reach out to me on LinkedIn if you have any doubt. Don't hesitate. I'll be happy to get back to you. Also, you can book a one-on-one call with me. It's completely free into TopMate. So this is a link for that, or else you can find the link in my LinkedIn account also. So yeah, I think more or less that's it. I think we can open for Q&A.
Great. Thanks, SreeKuttan. Now, team, we are open for Q&A. SreeKuttan, I will go back. There are few questions. One, I will recall the. So first one is the cubes visual, which.
Yeah, that I'll
Yeah. The second one is how worthy a paid certification course for academic purpose by Mursid SK. Mursid SK. Yeah.
So maybe
Mursid,
can you, yeah, please unmute and ask. That'll be
yeah, Mursid, can you unmute and then ask the question and then start the conversation? Okay, SreeKuttan, you can answer the question. The question is how worthy a paid certification course for academic purpose?
For academic, so paid courses, right? So only one thing is different. Two things are different. One is it's organized. You'll have everything is in one place, and then they'll actually have more hands-on approach where you can code on different use cases. And the second thing is, third thing is actually there might be uh, doubt clearing sessions. So these are the three things. If you think these are the three things that is stopping you uh, to learn quantum computing, then of course it is worth for you. If not, then I won't be suggesting that because there are a lot of publicly available information.
Thanks, SreeKuttan. I think Murshid, you got an answer. There is another question. The name is not coming, it is one number only. Is Qkrishi providing internships to students in QC field, especially in quantum optimization? And
So
Shreya and Murshid also, same question.
right now, yeah, we are actually looking forward to people who it doesn't matter QC or any field. We don't care. Um, we want people who can, get things done, who has that enthusiasm. So we are happy to apply. So we are actually looking for people. So if you
Yeah,
want to apply, you can either contact me, SreeKuttan L.S. You can just search. Maybe I'll share my LinkedIn account here also.
yeah.
So
Please
from there,
share your LinkedIn. People may be able to ping you. And there, I know people are there in multiple communities. You can refer to the Qkrishi community also. There also you can connect with SreeKuttan, or else
yeah,
feel
yeah.
free to ask me. I will connect you with the SreeKuttan. So we are all in the industry helping each other, and we have a good network. So whatever you way easy for you, reach out to any of us. We will connect to the right people.
So yeah, and also you
And
can
there
also
is,
apply through our website. That's also possible.
and Srikutan, there is one more question. I answered the question from Dia, asked for the list of algorithms. Sorry, Madhuri. Madhuri asked
Mhm.
for algorithms, whatever you have mentioned. I answered that question. Still, if you
Yeah.
prefer, you
QA,
can.
Cubo, QLS.
I answered all QAOA, QBO, VQLS, VQE, QSVM,
So then there
QKN.
is also this quantum image processing algorithm, which I can't remember
Yeah,
correctly.
FRQA and then NERT.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But that's
FRQA
not
is
that.
quantum.
That's not there.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, this is more or less it. Yeah, if you know VQE, QA, yeah, yeah, that's good. QRF is also there. Quantum Random Forest.
Yeah,
You
QRNG.
can
Yeah,
add that. QRF, but
QRNG,
the problem with QRF is it
QKB.
is very nascent technology. It is more. There'll be like 2, 3 maximum research papers on that. So there won't be any other documentation. There'll be research papers on QRF, Quantum Random Forest.
Okay, cool. And there is one more question um, from Dia. Yeah, it is no. It is again from I don't know that name. That number only coming. How quantum startups in India are moving forward to solving optimization problem using QC? Are we using real quantum devices?
Right. So as of now, till what I know, optimization is the first problem statement where a quantum computer will give advantage because of the lot of properties and annealing aspect of it. And as far as Indian startups are concerned, uh, they are mostly using simulators to do quantum computing techniques and quantum computing algorithm. One, the quantum hardware is very expensive to access. So we recently had an access to IBM 27 qubit quantum computer. So we did quantum optimization there. So we have there are few quantum computing startups. I think Boston QC is also using a simulator from Honeywell. So they would be using it for experimentation purpose, but they won't be using it for, like protection purpose. So experimentation, they'll be using quantum computing hardware, but if you use it in the production, the bill will be like, Mount Everest kind of level. So it won't be, right now it's not possible. So.
Yeah, here I would like to add my point, because most of the real quantum computer capabilities are not sufficient enough for the data load, or the circuit depth is not also sufficient, because when we build a real problem, we have to go to circuit depth of 12 or more than 12, with minimum 100 and see, some of the use cases we need minimum 76 qubits. But as you know, the available quantum computers, the open systems are 27 qubit. Of course, we have premium system access. That is one. The reason one is 121. Even that is also uh, not possible for
Yeah,
building a
expensive.
production system. That is the reality. So the industry has now moving towards two approaches. One is quantum inspired algorithm, where the organization will change the mathematical formula as per the quantum approach, then run it on a HPC, high performing computing cluster servers. The other one is simulation, quantum simulation, like Toshiba has a simulation. Recently, Toshiba introduced simulation, Fujitsu, then even Microsoft introduced a Microsoft optimization. These three things are giving production quality performance. Okay, I think that
So
that
I've
will also
pasted,
help you understand.
yeah, I've
Yeah, go
pasted
ahead.
the Cube's visual course link.
Oh, okay, cool, cool. And SreeKuttan, there is one more question. What are the foreign countries offering postdoc PhD in quantum computing? This is from Dr. S. Nalini.
So postdoc, right? There'll be like around thousands. There'll be more than thousands. Uh, so postdoc, getting a postdoc, uh, now that is another different ball game in itself, right? So one thing, there are a lot of quantum compute. There are a lot of institutions who do research in quantum information, quantum computing, quantum technology, quantum communication, everything. So all of them will be looking at person who have a PhD in this background, physics background. So there are a lot of things. So what I suggest is that to find them, usually you need to actually get into PhD job, PhD job, uh, PhD sites. So there are few sites where you can find PhDs and postdocs. Quantic is one. So Quantic is a great place to be, and then you can find postdoc positions out there. And also just search for quantum, so search for a particular topic that you're interested in. So for example, let's say if it is quantum communication using photons, and that's of course the more the that's of course the correct one, the mostly the more research one. So search for particular topics in quantum computing and search for the research groups. So I remember back in my second year, I was interested in something called quantum works. So I searched for quantum works research groups and I found few research groups. So that's more or less how we can find these postdoc positions. So there is no one place for us to find. There will be thousands of institutions actually providing postdoc positions, but you need to find the right one for you.
Yeah, there is another question. Actually, Mohan Anand raised a question. We will take this. Mohan, you can unmute your mic and then ask the question, please.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Mohan.
Okay, okay. So basically, actually, I've been trying to learn for the past some time, like all the concepts of quantum computing, and I realized that to break into this field, if I just create some uh, try to solve some use cases on my own, that would be some kind of a refractory on my resume, and people would notice, and then I would have a chance to get selected. So I mean, I've been confused. Like as of now, like I'm not sure like what kind of topic should I select to make a distinct impact there. Like I mean, I just want some suggestions from you. Like which kind of topics should I pick on which I can build my own projects?
So great. I mean, I really appreciate your courage to actually build, do a self project. And can you give me your background?
Actually, I I I have a computer science background, and I've been working in Accenture for the past five. This year I'll complete 6 years. So I have a software engineering background.
Uh, so was it, were you using Python, or what was the language that you
Yeah,
using at Accenture?
actually, actually it has been like a mixed bag. Like primarily I have used Python, but I have used like other tools like Linux automation. I've also done Python automation. I've also done. I worked in mainframe also. Like all the things I've done. It's like
Mm. So Mohan, you are in India. I hope you're in India, right? So
yeah, I'm in India.
right now, a complete shift from a quantum compute to a quantum computing job said
Mhm.
will be difficult, because one thing, there are only 10 startups or 10 institutions that is out there who are looking to hire. But Accenture has a quantum computing department, so we
Yes.
can definitely try to get in touch with the people there. I know a person from Accenture who is doing quantum computing, so maybe I can, if you connect with me offline, I can, up in LinkedIn, I can get you in touch with him. So he might be able to help you better. Now, if you from Accenture, he's from Accenture, no, he'll be able to look at your profile and maybe hire him for your job, hire you for his job.
Mhm.
And now coming to the question, uh, optimizations, optimization should be the first priority. This is what I believe. Because there are a lot of optimization problems that you can solve for. For example, EV charging placement problem, uh, route optimization problem. These are classic problems. Then you can go on and look into different use cases where this sort of things comes in, right? So there is logistics optimization, warehouse optimization, all sort of problem set, all sort of businesses where there is um, there is a constraint, and there is a solution that you need to find from infinite number of solutions. So infinite is a exaggerated word, but lot of solutions. So for example, you need to visit A, B, C, D, E houses, and these are on different places in your area. And how do you get to each of the houses in a minimum energy consumption way and in the fastest way, right? So that is a constraint. Minimum energy and fast is a constraint, and you have a lot of different possibilities to go to each of the places. So and then you need to find the best possibility. So these sort of problem statements are really good for quantum computer, especially for quantum annihilers. You can check quantum annihilers from D-Wave. So D-Wave has quantum annihilers, so they actually can do this stuff. And so the thing, other thing with cracking a use case is that you need access to real quantum hardware, higher end quantum hardware, to actually showcase any good quantum algorithm, right? So you can showcase it in
Mhm.
freely available 5,000 qubit, IBM's 5,000 qubit, but it'll be like a toy problem, right? So, or else you can look at simulators, but again, all not the simulators in IBMs are good. So, for example, if you have access to Fujitsu or Microsoft, then that is kind of a production level. So, trying to crack a use case, there is a problem of having access to quantum hardware. But if you're looking at a theoretical perspective, like tweaking in a quantum algorithm to improve the efficiency of a use case, then of course you have a good way to go, and then you can implement that on a small use case, small problem statement, so that to show it is working. That is a good way. or else you know even so you should not be too much worried about tracking a use case. Should be just trying out different use cases and see how it works and comparing it with classical. That is enough for now. Comparing with classical is the most important part.
Mhm.
There is
Thank
one
you,
more
SreeKuttan.
hand raised. Shivam
Yeah.
Kulstred. Yes, Shivam, please unmute and then ask the question. Shivam?
Is my
Yeah, go ahead,
voice
Shivam.
audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me. Yes, sir. I am Shivam Kulsrest and I am a PhD student in computer physics background. Right. And I am interested to transition in from an academic to industry. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I know the way how to go in that field.
So I recently saw a person who did the same, who went from PhD to academia. But okay, so for you, you have a great, you have PhD from physics, right? What
Yeah.
was
I
the
am from
exact
the physics
topic?
background. I'm from the
What was
physics
the PhD
background.
topic?
My research topic is on cosmic ray astronomy.
Cosmic ray astronomy. So it is astrology.
I did quantum computing. I quantum computing subject as my coursework. Yeah, last year.
Mhm. So have you completed PhD?
No, this is
Oh,
I joined my PhD in 2022.
oh, when have you joined?
Uh, in 2022, May 2022,
Oh, which institute?
from the Albag Institute, Agra.
And Hyderabad.
G. The Albag,
Dialga
I
Agra.
Agra.
Agra. Okay, okay,
Dialga Agra.
okay,
That
okay.
is,
Dayal
yeah,
Bagh
it is,
Educational Institute, Agra.
Okay,
yeah,
okay. So I
Daya.
was just thinking, okay. Uh, okay. So I think what comes into my mind is you have, I think, 4 more years for your PhD. And
Yes.
PhD is sufficient.
Sir, what? Your
PhD is, PhD is not constrained to one topic, right? You can actually explore a lot of topics. That's the
GG.
beauty of PhD.
It
So,
is not.
what I'll suggest is to find a professor, maybe as a co-supervisor, alongside your main supervisor, to explore to explore to quantum computing algorithms development, quantum algorithms. Implementation, I don't see going it forward because very few people will be interested in it. So
GG.
if you quantum algorithm developer try to find a supervisor, he can be from anywhere in India, right? So you can do that, and then try to publish 1 or 2 paper, and then look at for opportunities either outside or in India. In India, you'll definitely have a good chance. Uh, for example, QNU Labs, Boson QSci, or Q Labs, then other you know. Uh, corporate companies are involved about TCS and others. So they will of course be looking for PhD positions, PhD people to come join their research development team. So
But
we'll have R&D jobs out there. Yeah.
I submitted my synopsis and my work is different, quite different from quantum computing domain.
So you've completed a PhD, right?
No, I complete my synopsis and submitted it for the and it is हाँ मैंने सबमिट कर दिया और वो रिव्यू के लिए गई हुई है.
So that means your research phase is kind of
Research proposal and research proposal is submitted.
okay. Okay. So I don't know much about how things work at your institute. But what I've seen at ICER is that you can definitely explore. So if you have one research proposal, there is no way you should confine to that research proposal. So that's what I've seen, but I don't know.
Like
But
a paper is not in the domain of quantum computing. That is from the domain of high energy physics. So
right, right.
yeah.
Okay, SreeKuttan, I will answer that question. Take that question.
Mhm.
Um, and Shivam, I'm sharing my screen and then typing my notepad. That will help you. Just I'm trying to uh, give some idea. Okay. So
Yeah,
give me 1 second. I'm opening my notepad. Okay. I'm
sir.
sharing my
You are
screen.
Kirti Ganesh Durai.
Yeah, Karthikeyan is correct. Yeah, yes.
Yeah, this screen is blank right now.
Okay, no problem. No. Now only I'm sharing. You're seeing my notepad, right?
Yes.
Okay, say now currently you are in academy, right? And
Yeah.
your goal is to industry, move
Yeah.
to move to industry. Am I
Industry.
understood? Yeah, this is what you want to achieve. So first thing, industry is looking for develop software knowledge or software development skill. That is very inevitable. You should be a software developer. Then only industry will try to consider. Of course, the research part is there, but a researcher with a software development skill is the killer combination. So I request or I suggest learn Python or C++.
Sir,
And
I am comfortable with C++ because I am doing work on Giant 4. It is an open software from CERN community, and I simulate the detectors on this. Uh,
if you are planning to move to quantum computing, Python is inevitable. Okay, so
okay,
you should learn
okay.
Python as well.
I did it. I did it and during my masters, but I'm not doing this right now.
After that, you have to identify your domain. Your domain may be um, PML, optimization,
Yeah.
optimization, um, finance,
G.
logistics, or supply chain management.
G.
And there are research side chemistry and hardware. Like this, you have to identify your domain.
Yeah.
According to
Yeah.
your domain, you have to learn the respective quantum package. If you are learning hardware, you have to learn Qiskit metal. If you are moving to quantum finance, you have to learn Qiskit quantum finance. Like that, you have to learn the existing algorithms and the problems given in this Qiskit textbook or Penny Lane or Google Circ or D-Wave Ocean or Pikequill Forest. Then there is one more thing. So you have to even Q Sharp, Microsoft Q Sharp. These things are popular frameworks. They have some sample problems. First, you have to understand them. Then you have to try to connect the implement or connect the learning with industry requirement.
G.
The important thing is building a network. That is where SreeKuttan and these sessions will help you build your network.
Very
Yeah,
helpful, sir.
this is what coming to my mind. SreeKuttan, you can add something what because you know the industry, right? You can tell.
So this is like just how anybody should start quantum computing, right?
Yeah.
Learn and implement and find the domain. So of course, if it anybody can follow this, even a
G.
PhD or not. So PhD has advantage because you have a lot of time apart from career and other important skilling courses. So you have a lot of time to do research. So
Yeah.
that's where we can actually, even if you publish one paper, right?
Okay. Yes.
So for you to get hired in research phase. But
But
for software development skill, then again it comes to a different ball game. You need to. So I don't I don't think you should go to become a quantum software developer. It should be best if it in quantum algorithm R&D scientist because it'll be easy for you to shift to that space. There will be a lot of and also other ways to go for a postdoc outside or maybe post and find a job outside. That's also another way possible. I think this
Sure.
is more or less, yeah, you have covered all the things.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
one
hope
should
Shivam
work
that
with quantum algorithm is good.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Please tell me what you are saying.
So yeah, I was saying this is a way anybody can actually learn and find the best place. And if you need to go deeper, finding for you, right? Because you're in PhD, it'll be easy for you to write a research paper rather than
Yes.
any other student, right? Or
Yes.
professional. So writing a research paper will improve your chances for research positions. And for a PhD person from an academia, uh, I mean, it comes to my mind is that algorithm development should be his forte, but of course, quantum software developing job also can come in handy if you develop a skill set for that.
Gee, gee.
Okay. Uh, Thanks, Sivam. Hope that answered your question.
Yeah.
Now
Sir.
there is one more question.
Yeah.
Can I move to
Yes, sir.
next question?
This kind of these kind
Thanks,
of
Sivam.
gadgets are very useful. आगे होंगे sir.
ठीक है कोई बात नहीं thank you. So Sreekuttan, there is another question from Prasanna. As a cloud
Mhm.
solution architect, how do I change career in quantum computing, and what would be the positive challenging impacts?
So, who asked that cloud?
Prasanna,
Uh,
Prasanna asked the question.
Prasanna, so can you unmute yourself and speak? So what I want to understand is that anybody can come to a quantum computing career. First, you should understand what are your skill set. So are you checking any of these boxes like Python or Python is mostly enough, right? Or then develop software development jobs. So uh, so I cloud for a cloud solution architect, I think in coming, let's say, two years, right? 2 years is the place where we'll have quantum applications, right? And that's a place where I think as a cloud solution architect, you will be able to integrate the softwares, quantum softwares to clouds. So your uh, your core skill set from current job can come into handy in 2 years. That's for sure. But if you want to do a shift right now, then it will be either in industry jobs in India. As I've told you again, it has very few jobs, right? And either try to look in your own company to find jobs, find quantum computing department, or try to see if there is, uh, you know, program managers, project managers sort of roles in quantum computing startups or others. So quantum computing startups would love to see people who have industry experience to come and lead projects. That's also a place where people can come. I think Karthi can actually explain that better than me, right? Karthi, you have done that shift, so maybe can you
Yeah,
please
yeah.
come in?
Actually,
Yeah.
the Prasanna question is a typical question for many of the software IT industry people. And to be precise about the quantum resources, most of the quantum companies are accessing the real quantum computer through a cloud environment only. So your existing cloud knowledge will help us to integrate the quantum service with the classical service, because quantum service alone cannot build a solution. We need classical integrated with the quantum. So it is usually, not only usually, it is 99% hybrid architecture. For hybrid architecture, the classical part needs quantum solution. Even the current quantum computers, IBM, D-Wave, Bracket, Amazon Bracket, PyQuil, and Google Circ, even the simulation from Microsoft, these are all available through cloud. So obviously,
Correct.
the industry, we are looking for cloud people to integrate this or to build the hybrid solution. So the architecture should be strong enough. So the reality is that industry is looking for cloud people,
But
but they
only
should
problem is
know.
that it'll only come in 2 years. Like right now,
Yeah.
VDA is not at there.
Yep. The reality is you need maybe 2025. Am I right, SreeKuttan? We can expect a good demand from
Yeah,
2025, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where Karthi can maybe say how do you shifted from Dell to Boson Q size. So that will be
Oh,
like
that story is a long story.
yeah,
We have few more questions, Srikutan. We will I
yeah,
will
sure,
come to that one later.
sure.
There is Infinite. He is asking Infinite. I'm not sure whether he or she. What is QC field for software developer in future? Please, can you provide roadmap
Oh,
for
it's
QC
going to
developer?
grow. It's going to grow hugely. It's going to grow leaps and bounds. So you can accept a lot of software jobs in QC, in particular in India, around the globe. In India, especially, I'll tell you why. So recently, uh, government announced their approval of National Quantum Mission with around 6,000 crores. So this gives a huge push to businesses, all the sort of stakeholders in India. So in coming 2 to 3 years, there'll be a lot of jobs, and maybe in 5 to 7 years, I think content will be like hot jobs like generative AI jobs. So if you start now, there's a huge possibility for you to actually becoming, a really having a really lucrative career in some coming 5 to 7 years. That's optimistic speaking. That's my vision. Uh, maybe I can be wrong, but that's most of us who are in the domain is expected. So you have a great perspective.
So Saurav Deshmukh. Actually, the Saurav Deshmukh is asking a question. Any suggestion for any suggestions to identify which domain will be suitable for me? Uh,
So which domain in? I
we
think
need to
your
know
question is
background.
about in quantum computing, right?
I
So
believe so. And his background also we need. Saurav, can you unmute and then tell something about your background, such that SreeKuttan can give you the right answer?
hello, there's Saurabh.
Yes. So I did
Yeah.
my I did my BTech in electrical engineering. I'm 22 graduate. Currently, I'm working in Deloitte as an analyst,
As an
in data.
analyst. So your core expertise was electrical and electronics engineering, so which is core
Yes.
for hardware, and you're now in analyst position. So I think you have both of it analyst position. So then there is okay. Now what do you want? What kind of job do you want? Are you asking me like what kind of job you should look after, or what kind of job in quantum
No,
software you should look after?
so I have interest in electrical also. So I am not able to decide which because when we see any courses, right, fundamental courses, they introduce us to everything, right? So I get overwhelmed. Everything interest, right? But if I want to do any get into workforce, I need to decide one of the domain, and I should have little bit mastery so that they can hire me or that kind of thing, right?
Mm.
Because right now I
So
just have some basic knowledge, right?
Mm. So in quantum technology, right? So from your background, triple E background, there is a lot of possibilities, especially in hardware. So hardware-oriented technologies like quantum communication, quantum metrology, quantum cryptography, and then we have quantum computing where you have hardware and also software. So in these three areas, right? But it'll definitely be more biased towards people coming from physics and PhD background. But of course, you can explore these areas and see if there is any devices or anything that you can actually, get grasp on and try to get started on that career. Again, that will be difficult because the sort of online resource will be very less. Now coming to quantum computing, which has a lot of resources out there, and which has a lot of opportunities also. Then, of course, all these sort of things comes to you also, right? Academia, you go to you find what you're good at. If you're good at Python, then you directly go to build a quantum circuit. Then you find a domain. We find a particular use case that you want to build on. So from in Deloitte, I think you would have worked with a lot of customers, right? So you understand problems of the customers. you think you understand problems with the customers? And I think that's what happens in Deloitte, right? So customers comes with a problem and you try to give them a solution.
Yes, right.
Yeah, I think then that's great. So you understand the customer landscape. So then there is also another job for you, quantum business analyst. So that's also upcoming job where you have that analyst background, and if you can brush up quantum computing background and can also get knowledge on that, that'll be a great fit for you. And I think Deloitte has a quantum computing wing. Can definitely check with people in inside people, and for you, if you want to go into quantum computing, still all these steps will follow, right? And inside quantum computing, you can see from the problem statement that you have seen at Deloitte, and then try to maybe go to that domain, because optimization of finance or all sort of things you would have heard from the customers, and then you will know this is a real pain, and building a career in that can be really good for you. So this is a three ways. And for quantum technologies, right? Except from quantum computing, if you want to go to quantum technologies, I strongly suggest you to take a master's in triple E, or so there is master's in quantum technology and triple E combined masters. So there is one in Erasmus Mundus. There are a few masters. I can try to get you the answer, the list. So if you want to go to other sector like quantum technology, core quantum hardware, I think it's better to take a MTech or an MS, because uh, that's what will give you more idea on how you can use triple E knowledge in quantum related materials and others. For else, there are few companies in India, hardware companies. I've shared the list of hardware companies. You can go through all of them, and they might be looking for people who have that triple background. So you can also try to apply to them. So these are, I think I've covered most of them.
I have a request. Whoever possible, can you switch on your video such that we will take a image screenshot and then put in the social media to generate the awareness. I request all of you switch on your videos. Deepa, please take a screenshot when everyone come online. Video is on. Please, everyone, please request. This today's session is very interactive and a lot of knowledge is being shared. Yeah, request few more member. Please switch on your videos.
I think Karthi, maybe you can stop sharing so that we can have more people.
Yep.
Yeah, stop sharing. This will.
Yeah, I just taking some time. Few more people, please. It's because the discussion is going very nice, and we will forget this particular incident, the particular thing, because this is very important to create awareness in the social media, because the knowledge shared by SreeKuttan today is amazing, and then the more relevant knowledge. And this is one of the highest registration and then highest attendees in our MyQT sessions, knowledge series sessions. And Deepa, I think you can take photo now.
Yes, KG.
Great. Yeah, cool. Okay, we will continue. Okay, we can switch off the videos. We can continue. There are other interesting questions, SreeKuttan. There is one question from can you please suggest courses to learn QML? And this is from Srinath. Suggest Python packages for QML. This
So
question
QML,
is predominant QML. Yeah, go ahead.
QML, I think a no-brainer is Qiskit textbook on QML. It's a no-brainer. It has wonderful illustration, wonderful theory, and everything well written. Should I share that? I think I'll have.
Yeah, please go ahead, Steve.
So Qiskit,
Yeah, please share the screen.
yeah, Qiskit. So it's a wonderful textbook. It has everything from UML to optimization, every advanced algorithm you need to know. And that's a no-brainer. You should definitely start with that. I don't know why you can, yeah. And then I've recently seen in an organization actually giving this QML course. There are few people
ITT,
in
IIT Delhi is giving QML course.
that one is
That
very
is 2
costly.
lakhs. That is 2 lakhs.
Yeah.
So I would definitely won't suggest
Believe it.
that unless you have that much amount of money. So there is
Yeah,
also
category.
another company called HPC. Give me a second. I'll try to find out that.
HPI from German, right?
HPI.
It is
Yeah, HPI.
yeah, it is IBM German branch. They are conducting courses, but most of them
So
are in Germany, in German language.
Yeah.
I'll try to find that name.
Okay, there is another question. In the meantime, you can answer that question. Do you
One more
know it is from
question,
Shreya?
Karthikeyan.
Open
Yeah, sorry.
HPI.
Open
Yeah,
HPI.
one
Yes,
more.
right. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah,
One more
yeah.
question
Last
is,
week, last week I had connect with SreeKuttan. So my question is, so the Qkrishi one course has released on quantum computing. Yeah, I have completed one course in CDAC and NPTEL course. Yeah, I have completed some YouTube channel. I have registered and I have completed. So this Qkrishi, the course, which is uh, okay to start for QML? I mean, once you complete the Qkrishi, that is enough to start the QML, or can I go directly to the QML? The book you
So
have suggested.
okay, QML. What I'll suggest is that, of course, yeah, once you understand how to build a quantum circuit and how to debug it, how to, uh, i- implement a circuit and get results, then that's more than enough to go to QML, QSV, and many things. So you can either go to quantum optimization or quantum machine learning. So, of course, go to quantum machine learning, no problem there. I think I've seen a lot of people who have done that and have got a really good papers and really good results. So, no problem there.
and there is another question from Shreya. Hi, do you know if there is any company specifically working on quantum brain, quantum cognition, or topics related to the quantum effects on the brain or mind?
Uh, yes, but only one.
Is it artificial brain, Alex Khan?
No, artificial brain. No, they work in
Okay.
quantum space. So I'll again. So cognition. What was that? So it's not a it's a company in US. Um, Rigetti. What was it? Rigetti. Then we have IQM. Then we have
Xanadu?
no, not Zanardo. It was a
Not
neutral atom
Xanadu.
quantum computer, I guess.
Oh, neural atom. Neural
Neutral atom. Yeah.
atom organization. Uh-huh.
I'll try to find it.
Okay, you find it and let me know, because these are all just
IonQ, I guess. Let me say
IonQ, HP and IonQ.
Need to see. So, what I've seen. So, one thing, there is nobody who's currently actively looking at quantum brain quantum cognition, but I've seen a paper from US startup who's a quantum hardware based startup who had initiated works on quantum cognition. So, I just
Mhm.
need to find that.
Okay,
Yes,
you later find
IonQ,
and then share
It's
in
IonQ.
the community, Sreekutan,
Yeah,
because
it's IonQ.
this is
It's
very
IonQ.
interesting,
Yeah.
useful topic. There is one next question from
So
Reddy.
it's a very interesting read. Okay, I will suggest
Mhm.
all of you to read through it because inherently, right? Inherently, our cognition is probabilistic in not a classical way. So that's what they're trying to simulate. So it's a very interesting read. So I've shared the paper. It's IonQ. IonQ is solely company looking at quantum cognition.
Right, that's useful. And there is a question from Reddy. How about the job situation now, India in quantum computing?
I'll say like maybe 1 or 2 jobs per month. It's slim. It'll increase, of course, but it's slim.
There is a question from Sudarsini. I would like to start a career in quantum. Can you please guide me on where and how to start? Yeah, I
So
think
I
that
think we have already
topic,
discussed
whatever you
that.
had shared, Sudarshini,
Yeah.
I already
Hi.
shared one link. That will be helpful.
I will. I will. Thank you so
Great.
much. But mine is a bit specific. I'm not sure if it's already covered because I could join. I had to join late. So
Sure,
I
sure.
worked. So I did my BSc in physics from
Mhm.
Bombay University. Passed out in 2012, and then I was working with Wipro Technologies as a software developer. So
Where?
Wipro.
Wipro Technologies
Oh, okay.
as software developer, and I have an MTech in software engineering from BITS Pilani. So I had to take
Nice.
a break 5 years ago to start my family and for personal reasons. Now I would like to restart. So the issue is now I've had a break of 5 years, and now I have physics background and software engineering, and I was a software developer too. So as Karthik sir mentioned, so I've had the experience of working in finance, SCM, all these, but I was an Oracle software developer, PLSQL developer, also a cloud developer. So right now it is where do I start my quantum journey? I understand I have to go through study. I've enrolled for Quiz Kids summer school, but what should be my line of quantum, because I don't have a PhD. So that's
So already about PhD, right? So one
yeah.
thing,
Sri
are
Kuttan.
you? So I also don't have a PhD, and I think Karthi, you also
I
don't
will
have a.
take this question.
Yeah.
Actually, Sudarshini, I would like to have your resume. I will share my email ID. You send it to me. Indeed, your profile looks interesting for me for one of my requirement. I would like to explore your skill set. Okay, that is something separate. But as a common answer to common forum, your situation is not something new. There are many resources, many skilled resources in India having this kind of break now and trying to enter into the any industry. But after the emergence of quantum computing, they trying to explore whether quantum computing is a good one. 2024 is not a right time. You not right time. You will if you start in 2023, 2024 minimum 12 months you need to organically grow your knowledge, acquire experience. So you plan 2025 as your entry into the quantum computing. Till that time you can stay in classical. This is what my suggestion. Am I
Okay.
right, Srikutan? What do you think?
Exactly. I was actually going to say that also. Learn,
That was
learn, learn.
very helpful because I am trying to explore my opportunities right now, but something is stopping me that when I get back, I have to go into a new technology or get upskill myself to a better. So that's something. At least I'll stop thinking for now. I'll just
So, but learn, 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 and try to do your own research. So, just like someone else was doing, do a self project. That'll actually give you a lot of boost.
yeah,
And I think join this kind of sessions where people like Karthik can offer you a job. So that's also a possibility.
right. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. And there is one question from Joseph. Sir, masters in quantum technology abroad, is the fee for masters is high? Is there any
Hmm.
scholarship available for it? I am MSc physics student.
Yeah, there are scholarships. So if you want to know more about that, there are few universities. I think 2 3 universities who gives scholarships. I can connect you with people who have already applied and got scholarship there. So you can maybe connect with me in LinkedIn. So there are only maximum 5 universities all over the globe who has scholarships for masters in quantum computing. And there'll be other scholarships, who there'll be a lot of other scholarships who help people go to masters in any uh, uh, universities outside India. So that won't be quantum specific. There'll be normal scholarships also. So it's actually a different set of topic itself. So I'll try to connect with you with few people who might know.
Great. Thank you, sir. Very good. Any other questions? There are a lot of hands raised. Sai Siddharth, can you unmute and then answer your question?
Yeah. Hello, team. Good evening. Thanks for this
Good evening.
opportunity. My question is I am a software developer, basically data engineer with 3.4 years of experience nearly. And also I have been actively involved in quantum open sources like IBM Challenger. last IBM challenge also I have completed. My question is like, in which area of part, if I build my portfolio, the internship chances will be increased. Like there's quantum error correction, quantum key distribution, quantum hardware, quantum machine learning and all. So which part of area has more opportunities to get an internship for a BE background person and someone who's working in
So
IT?
internship, you just need to understand quantum computing, and that is more than enough as of now.
Okay.
And more or less, quantum machine learning, if you have one project in quantum machine learning or quantum optimization. So basically, if you there are two, if you work with any of the algorithms that we have mentioned before, right, then that is enough. Don't go to, I mean, if you want a quantum computing job, quantum recursion is also great. Okay, quantum recursion is an exciting place. If you have this background, if you understand all these recursion codes and the implementation part, that's also huge. But quantum error correction as of now, only the big companies do mostly, but very few startups do. So for academic internship, quantum error correction is huge for an academic research project. So academicians will be looking forward to it. But for an internship in industry, quantum machine learning and something called VQA, variational quantum algorithms, which include QAOA and
Yes, yes.
VQA and others. So that makes sense.
Okay, so having those projects in my portfolio will help, right? And also if the developer certification will increase my chances, right? I mean, if we complete that developer certification, will it be like enough to get an internship? Because I'm trying to break into this quantum field right now without having any masters and all.
So I'll say what I look in taking, we call them junior researchers. I usually don't scan resumes. Uh, Krishi don't scan resumes. So we send them a assignment to complete, and if they complete it, then we'll give we'll give them a interview, and in the interview we won't ask quantum computing questions at all. So we'll only ask about what's your motivation and some normal internship stuff, normal interview things. It's a kind of interview. So that's what we do. But outside, it is good to have really Qkrishi certification will definitely help. Any quantum computing courses will definitely help. For example, there is Q Silver, Q Bronze, Q Nickel, and others, right? Q Gold courses that will definitely help. Any other online course will definitely help. And one or two self projects, and with their GitHub link, which is very important, will definitely help. So I think you already got it covered.
Okay, thank you, SreeKuttan. That was helpful.
Thanks,
Thank
sir.
you, team.
Thanks, sir.
Have a good
And
day.
actually, we have a last question. One more question from Deep Das. Deep Das, please unmute yourself and then ask your question.
Hi, am I
Yeah.
audible?
Yes, Deep.
Yeah.
Hi. Yeah, so I'm a PhD. I passed PhD recently and currently working as a postdoc fellow. So I'm interested in quantum computing. So which sort of training or internship you would like to recommend? So I have my background in physics. So I did my master's and PhD in physics. And my PhD research was mostly focused on neuromorphic computing, hardware development, and I would like to go in that direction.
So where are you currently based out of?
Currently?
Where are you currently based out of?
Okay, currently I am doing my postdoctoral research in University College London.
USC London, wow. So there are a lot of startups in UK, Europe. So your primary would be like getting the quantum hardware, right? So for that, I have few set of courses and resources that will be helpful. I've shared that in my LinkedIn. You can connect with me on LinkedIn and can go through that. So understanding Qiskit metal framework will help you to understand superconducting circuit and how it is made and how can you fabricate other things. So with your postdoc experience, with your experience, I think it will be easy for you to put up a resume in any quantum hardware position and get to it, because at this point
But at the
after you have
moment,
completed PhD,
what
after
I
completing a
feel like
postdoc.
at the moment, what I feel like I don't have the right skill set to apply for this job. So, what are the skill set you think that might be important for
So
me?
for hardware, for hardware, I've shared a few resources in my link. You can check that out. But what I understand from from other people who have been in quantum industry is that once you completed PhD or postdoc, right, they actually won't be looking at what's your background mostly. If your background is in physics, that'll be more than enough for them to take you into a quantum hardware or quantum hardware specific jobs because you are an independent researcher, and that's what they'll also be looking at. So an independent researcher who wants to come work with them, and so skill set in perspective. If you're going to hardware, not an expert in it. So I've compiled a few resources. You can check that out and try to build upon that. And so coming to quantum hardware, and I hope you have done hardware development. Quantum hardware will be the right move for you. So, do you agree with me, or should I speak in terms of software?
No,
What do
no,
you
no,
want to
no.
go?
I think I
Hardware, right?
don't have the proper skill set to go for a software, but yeah, hardware.
So for hardware, there are 10 qubit modalities. There are 10 different ways of building qubits. So superconducting qubits is a mostly used one. Then we have photons, then we have neutral atoms, then we have ions. Then we have minor qubits, a lot of them. So majority superconducting qubits. A lot of them work on superconducting qubits. So try to see that from the course that I've resource that I've listed in the LinkedIn, and see how you can actually take skill set from your hardware development background and use it for superconducting development, because most of it will be similar and most of the machines will be similar. Try to see what are the machines out there that you can use in both your development that you have used, and it can be used in the superconducting computer development. So there is this dilution refrigerator, there is this chip development, and all sort of other things. So you can try to understand how a superconducting computer is built. And once you've done that, once you've took the understanding. Yeah. So once you've done that, then you will be actually able to uh, get a place where what you can provide one if you get a job, right? What skill set you have and what skill set you need to know. So that's where going through that resource that I've shared in LinkedIn will help you. Then you should build on top of that. If you try, I'll try. If you connect with me in LinkedIn, I'll try to connect with you other people who are in hardware so that you can get
Okay,
direct,
thank you.
Great.
mentorship from them.
It's really
Thanks,
helpful.
SreeKuttan.
Thank
In
you.
the interest of time, Deep I shared one link, NQCC. They are looking for people with a similar profile, what you are having. So you check their
Okay,
website.
okay, I'll thank you so much.
Yeah, I think it is amazing session. Deepa, over to you.
Hi. Okay, now I invite Dr. S. Nalini to render a few words.
Yeah, good evening. This is Dr. Nalini working as assistant professor in SRM Institute of Technology. Really, today's session was informative, and we got the idea about the career opportunities in the area of quantum computing and how to transform from academia to industry. Also, received. Thanks to SreeKuttan sir and Karthiganesh sir. And thanks to my QT team for continuously conducting this type of sessions. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Now I ask KG to tell a few words.
Yeah. Thanks, team. This is amazing session. SreeKuttan, you enthralled with us with your knowledge, and really, whenever I meet with you and then discuss with you, that is a knowledge session for me. That's the reason why I requested you to deliver a session in this community, because the points, whatever you have shared, it is immensely helpful for all the community members. I hope everyone have something to take away. It's a great session. Thanks to SreeKuttan. Please share your thanks in the social media. Reply to about SreeKuttan session, how it is useful. Yeah, that's it. SreeKuttan, any final words as a closing notes?
So it was a wonderful session. Definitely it was interactive because I also could learn a lot from Karthi and others. So thanks a lot for inviting me, and I hope to see much more info from my QT. And also all of you have joined. It's an exciting time for you to start a journey in quantum computing. Even if you don't want to shift to a career in quantum computing, just try to understand about it, try to learn, because it's one of the most fascinating fields. So it's one of the fascinating field. You won't even find a field like this. It's so quirky. It's so fun to learn, and it's a field that even has puzzled Einstein. So you will feel good when you go through all of this and try to understand this. So do try to engage and learn, even if you don't want to sit in the career in quantum computing. That's all from my part.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks, team.
bye bye. Take
Have a
care.
great day. Thank you. Bye
Okay,
bye.
KG, 1 second.
Yeah.